Hello and welcome back to our FCS Dynasty and NCAA Football 2006. Today, the North Dakota State Bison travel to take on the South Dakota State Jackrabbits. The Bison looking to become bowl eligible. They need that 6th win on the year. If they don't win this game, they still have a shot against Sam Houston State. But then after that, they're going to be facing Bryant. So that is going to be a tough game for them. So they need to win one of these next 2 games because I don't like their chances against Bryant. But here's a look at the Big 12 North. North Dakota State still has a chance at actually winning it if they beat the Jackrabbits. Take a look at the rosters. Oliver Vincent, player number 1. He is the best player on their team. He is a non-subscriber cornerback. He was a beast in the tournaments, so we decided to keep him on the squad. Cameron May, Max Hawthorne, Zoomer Speed, Dio Langston, Calvin Jasper Jr., Ryan Irwindowski at wide receiver, Austin Bracey, middle linebacker, having a great year. Anders Harladay. The offensive line for the Bison, they have 2 offensive linemen, Anders Harladay and Jake Harlow, and they're both having a rough year, to say the least. Zeke Marunde, 74 overall linebacker. He's come along nicely here late in the season. Brahms North is going to be suspended for this game for the Jackrabbits, so they'll be without their star tight end. They do have TJ Maxey, though, their backup tight end, who is pretty good. Daly Redding, Jamar Hicks, star cornerback, sophomore. Lamar Jackson at quarterback, of course, beast in this year with 30 total touchdowns. Mason the closer Smith, he's outstanding at linebacker, and he plays halfback, doing really well on both sides of the ball. Gray North at center, TJ Maxey, of course, the tight end, the backup. Ryan Goins, the fullback. He was pretty good in the tournament, so kept him on the team. Chad Filler, Dan DeBeers, nice offensive line. And there's Frank Thier, the defensive tackle. Chris Major leads all of our players in tackles. He has 84 on the season. Jack Marks and Reinhard Irwindowski round out the team. Those are the 2 wide receivers. Reinhard Irwindowski, 891 yards receiving this year, 9 touchdowns. South Dakota State, this is their first ranking of the season, ranked 24th in the country. North Dakota State is somehow ranked 41st, even though they are 5-4 on the season. They're struggling. But, again, they still have a chance at the Big 12 title if they can just get a win here today over the Jackrabbits. Bison will return the opening kickoff. Jackrabbits in all blue today. And again, Brahms North, the tight end for South Dakota State, will be suspended today, so you will not see him at all. Oliver Vincent on the kick return right up the middle. And he gets a nice return up past the 20. Actually at the 28-yard line. So we will see Calvin Jasper Jr., Tahoka Nanticoke, Zoomer Speed, Cameron May, Ryan Irwindowski, Max Hawthorne, Anders Harladay, and Jake Harlow on offense. Jasper Jr. going to throw it out, and Nanticoke never even tried for the reception. Great effort. Now, I did put Zoomer Speed at the starting spot for halfback before this game, but it doesn't look like the computer agrees with me, and Nanticoke is in there instead. So Nanticoke next to Jasper in the shotgun formation, and he will throw it. Pressured, hit as he throws it, and that pass is deflected away by Jamar Hicks, and there's a holding call on the offense. Daniels, that will probably be accepted to make a 2nd down and 20. I would have declined it. It would have been 3rd down and 10 already. This offense has been really inconsistent this season. Not as much as Southern Utah has been, but still very inconsistent this year. 2nd and 20, shotgun formation. Nanticoke in the backfield with Jasper Jr. And Jasper will throw the football. Pressured, and throws it left side, deflected, intercepted by the linebacker. I think that was Fowler, and it was. All the way at the 32-yard line, so great field position for the Jackrabbits to start off on offense. Not a very good throw from Calvin Jasper Jr. He was just crushed as he tried to get rid of it, and Jamar Hicks was on the deflection. So let's see what this offense can do without Brahms North. They do have a lot of weapons anyway. Daly Redding, Mason Smith, Jack Marks, Reinhard Irwindowski, and of course Lamar Jackson is a lethal weapon by himself. And they're going to hand it off. First play of the game. Daly Redding is stuffed. He gets nothing. Austin Bracey on the tackle, I believe. That'll make it 2nd down and 10. By the way, happy holidays to everybody out there, all of my subscribers, all the new people. If you're not even subscribed, happy holidays to you anyway. Back to the game, guys. From the 32-yard line. Shotgun formation. Jackson will throw it. Quick pass deflected away. I didn't even see a receiver in the area. That was not a good throw. And if that was intercepted, he might have took that to the house. Lamar Jackson would have been the only one there to try to stop him. 6th in the country on 3rd down conversion percentage. 55% of the time they get it. Jackson to throw. Deep shot downfield, deflected away by Tehoka Nanticoke. And the Jackrabbits have an interesting decision to make here. Will they punt the football away or attempt a 49-yard field goal? And it looks like they're going to punt the ball away from the 32-yard line, just like we saw last week. The Thunderbirds punted it away. And then they went for it on the 39-yard line. The drive next after that, I don't understand that at all. On a high punt, probably in the back of the end zone, and it is. It'd be nice if the punters would try to do coffin corner punts or something, or at least just punt it as high as they possibly could. So the Bison will start off the drive from the 20-yard line. 2 tight ends set. I formation. Or no, not I formation. Pro formation. Cameron May gets the carry right up the middle, breaks the tackle, and he'll pick up about 5.5 yards. Cameron May, 508 yards this year. 8 touchdown runs, which actually leads the team. Also has 5 catches, 152 yards, and 1 touchdown. Jasper under center, hands to Nanticoke, and he fumbles the football. That was Mason Smith on the forced fumble. And that was Mason Smith's fourth fumble of the season. Recovered by the Jackrabbits as well. So again, they're in great field position. Oh my goodness. Ball actually bounced around on Mason Smith's back, it looked like, for a little bit. So let's see if they can't get some points on the board now. Great field position. This is senior day for the Jackrabbits, by the way. This is their final home game of the year. Jackson to throw the football. And over the middle, that is TJ Maxey, the backup tight end. And he'll pick up maybe 5 yards. 2nd down and 5 upcoming. Maxey has been pretty great for the Jackrabbits this year. And the #1 offense in the country. 540 yards per game. But Maxey, even though he is the #2 tight end, he's in there at some receiver spots as well. And here's Daly Redding breaking a tackle. And he'll pick up the 1st down. Nice run for Daly, who is in the Discord channel. If you guys want to ever chat with him, join it. Send him a message. 1st down and 10 from the 13-yard line. Redding to the right of Lamar Jackson. Lamar to throw it. All day to throw towards the end zone, and it is dropped. It looked like Jack Marks had his hands on it. Couldn't come away with it. That would have been a touchdown. Cowbells ring. Can you hear them? Marks with 5 touchdowns on the season. Here is Jackson to try to throw it again. Right side, deflected away. And I think that was Marks, the intended target, once again. Before this game, Reinhard Irwindowski and Brahms North were tied for #1 on the team in receptions with 32 apiece. Jack Marks entered the game with 20. Jackson in the shotgun by himself. All day to throw to the end zone, and it is brought down this time for the touchdown. That is Reinhard Irwindowski. That is his 10th touchdown reception on the season. And I believe that makes him the first wide receiver, the first subscriber wide receiver in this series to have double-digit touchdown receptions in a year. And the offensive line just playing fantastic today. Well, at least on that drive. Jackson seemed like he had about 10 minutes to throw the football right there on that play. They do have 3 offensive linemen that are subscriber players, Chad Filler, Gray North, and Dan DeBeers. Together, they've only allowed 3 sacks all season. And almost 150 pancakes on the year. $142 to be exact. So 142 pancakes and 3 sacks allowed combined for 3 offensive linemen. That is some pretty good numbers. Zoomer Speed and Oliver Vincent back deep to return for the North Dakota State Bison. And a nice high kick to the 5-yard line. Zoomer Speed on the return. Going to return it up the middle. Taken down past the 20-yard line. And we'll see what Kelvin Jasper Jr. and this offense can do from their own 27. I formation. Max Hawthorne, the tight end at the bottom. They will throw the football. Jasper, deep shot, wide open, but Jack Marks is there playing safety, and he has the interception. First of his career. Oh my goodness. 3 turnovers in the first quarter today. And Jack Marks just using that big frame of his, jumping up there, snagging the ball out of the sky. Wow. We have 4 subscribers out in the secondary now for the Jackrabbits. Well, actually 3. Chris Major, Jack Marks, and Reinhard Ermendowski is out there playing some cornerback. Of course, they have Jamar Hicks playing the other corner spot. And here's a direct snap to Daly Redding. He's dropped for a loss by the 3rd-string nickel cornerback. That'll bring up 2nd down and 11 as the Jackrabbits look to take a 2-score lead on Senior Day. Not really going to make too big of a deal for Senior Day yet because most of our players are freshmen except for one, Darius Mitchell. And that pass goes way out of bounds, intended for Jack Marks. 3rd down and 11. I would not be surprised if Lamar Jackson scrambles a little bit on this play. Mason Smith in at halfback. The closer. Jackson will roll out right side, throws it over the middle, and that's caught. And well short of the 1st down, Dio Langston, the defensive end, on the tackle. He is playing outside linebacker in the 3-4, so he's mostly blitzing. They will go for it on 4th down and 5 from the 34-yard line. 4 receivers set. Daly Redding in the backfield. Jackson going to throw it. He's going to take off instead. He's got the 1st down and more. All the way to the 21-yard line. Great decision by the quarterback to take off and get the 1st down easily with his legs. 13-yard pickup for Lamar. He's closing in on 800 rushing yards for the season. 4 receivers set again. Jackson gonna play action. Takes a shot right side. TJ Maxey has it. And close to the 1st down marker. And they are not going to give it to him. 2nd down and inches. I would take a shot to the end zone here. 79% in the red zone this year. 49 attempts, 33 touchdowns. Bunch of turnovers in the red zone. Really hurt this team, but they still have a pretty good record so far this year. And here is Daly Redding up the middle. 1st down to the 7-yard line. This offense just makes it look way too easy. And they're only going to get better, especially with recruiting this year. They need a lot of help on defense. They've only got a defensive tackle and a strong safety. So if you're looking to be a defender, as we have an option here, TJ Maxey breaks a tackle. He's got a rushing touchdown. What in the world just happened? Oh my goodness. South Dakota State goes on top, 13-0. TJ Maxey, the tight end, has a rushing touchdown. Craziness. But anyway, if you're looking to help a team out on defense, I suggest going to South Dakota State or North Dakota State because the Bison only have 3 players on defense as well, so plenty of teams need help on the defensive side of the football. And Northern Colorado as well, they only have 2 safeties. 14-0, Jackrabbits on top of the North Dakota State Bison. See if this special teams can't provide a spark for the team. Maybe see Zoomer's speed break one loose for a touchdown. He's got 4 kick returns for touchdowns this season. And over 1,000 yards on returns. I would not be surprised if he had a touchdown. Oliver Vincent also has returns for touchdowns as well. And here he goes, up the left sideline, past midfield, the 40, the 30, and Oliver Vincent is gone, high-stepping his way for the touchdown. Mason Smith was about 15 yards away. He was the closest one to him. 97-yard touchdown return. My goodness. That gets the Bison within a touchdown. They're going to need something from their offense, though. They can't just stay in the game with kick returns for scores. Extra point is up and good. 14-7 here in the first. In the battle of the Dakotas. Band is getting me hype right now. Jamar Hicks back deep to return for the Bison, or for the Jackrabbits. Excuse me. John Long kicks it long down the field to the 7-yard line. Not a very good kick, actually. Jack Marks on the return up past the 30-yard line. Great field position for South Dakota State to start off. At their own 31-yard line. So the Jacks not really missing Brahms North at all today. TJ Maxey has filled in quite nicely for him as Jackson is going to throw it again, and that's dropped, or might have been deflected at the last second. Intended for Jack Marks, who's been the go-to guy today. They've targeted him several times. Haven't really been able to connect with him, though. Mason Smith in the backfield next to Jackson, and he's going to go quarterback draw right up the middle. Jukes, first down and more, still up, breaking a tackle, and gets it up past midfield. Great run for Action Jackson. First down and 10, they're in Bison territory. Jackson to throw it, quick pass, and Jack Marks with another drop today. He's got a boatload of them this year. If he didn't have all these drops, he'd probably have as many receptions as Erwin Dowski. Jackson to throw again. Right side this time, and it might have been deflected away. And that was actually Jamar Hicks out there playing receiver. With the absence of Brahms North, all sorts of wacky things are happening right now with the lineup. Third down and 10. Daly Redding split out in the slot. Jackson hit, almost hit, and that pass goes way out of bounds, intended for TJ Maxey. Jackrabbits, after a promising start to the drive, are going to have to end up punting it right here. Cook on for the punt, averaging 36.1 yards per punt this season. And a nice high punt, not very long, to about the 13-yard line and taken down at the 14. So a very exciting 1-yard punt return. Can Kelvin Jasper Jr. lead his team down the field for a touchdown and tie this thing up? Let's find out. Jasper is going to be sacked. Oh my goodness. Red, the left end, comes through, his first sack of the day. Wow. Just blew right by the right tackle. And that was just sad. It's going to bring up second down and 15. That was Anders Harladay allowing the sack, by the way. That's the 7th sack allowed by him this year. So he's having a rough time. In the shotgun, Jasper deep, and that was to Max Hawthorne, incomplete, deflected away in the middle of the field. That'll bring up 3rd down and 15. This is a terrible situation. They are awful on 3rd downs, 37%. That is 103rd out of 117 teams in the nation. Galvin to throw it. No, he's going to take off instead. And he picks up a big chunk of yards, but not enough for a 1st down. So the Bison will punt the football away. Crowd going crazy right now. Long on for the punt. And it is returned by Jamar Hicks up to the 41-yard line. He's got 3 punt returns for touchdowns this season. He also has 4 kick returns for touchdowns. And he has a fumble return for a touchdown and a pick 6 this year. He is doing a lot for this squad. One of the best players in all of college football. Redding right next to Lamar Jackson. And they're going to go with that tight end option again. TJ Maxey will pick up 3 yards. I'm going to have to try that play with Brahms North because he's going to be a beast running the football. It's a lot of trick plays in the Jackrabbits playbook. Really no need to use them most of the time. As Jackson looks to throw again. Over the middle, caught by Daly Redding. He explodes. He is gone for the score. My goodness. His 3rd touchdown reception of the season. And that was just way too easy. Just ran right over the safety like it was nothing. And the Jackrabbits on top, 20-7, after a 54-yard touchdown pass from Lamar Jackson to Daly Redding. Henderson on for the extra point. Kick is up and good. 21-7 is the score as we head into the second. See if we can't have another North Dakota State kick return for a score from either Oliver Vinson or Zoomer Speed. Zoomer Speed is also in our Discord channel. So if you ever want to talk to him, go ahead and join us. Give him a little chat, a little message, tag him, whatever. On the kick return, Zoomer Speed from the 9-yard line and gets it up to the 26. So nothing really crazy. Only 11 yards of offense today for North Dakota State and less than 2 minutes of time of possession. That is awful. 11 yards and a quarter. That's not going to win you any game, ever. Crowd going crazy. 3 halfbacks in the backfield, well, 2 and a fullback. 2 tight ends set. Calvin Jasper Jr. is going to hand it off to Cameron May, and he goes nowhere. Jamar Hicks with a tackle for a loss. Only his 2nd of those on the season. 2nd down and 11. North Dakota State now down to 10 yards of offense. They keep coming out in these big formations. And Calvin Jasper Jr. hit, and he's picked off. Jamar Hicks has it. That's his 4th pick of the year. And this game is looking ugly right now. Anders Harley called for the 5-yard face mask. South Dakota State scores here. I'm going to call it because North Dakota State's offense can't get anything working today. And they're going to go draw play. Daly Redding right up the middle, picks up 5 or 6 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 4. I'll just keep running it. Maybe do some quick passes over the middle. And direct snap, Daly Redding, left side, breaks the tackle in the open field. Still going, breaking 2 more tackles to the 2-yard line. My goodness gracious. One of the best halfbacks in the nation. Just carried the entire North Dakota State defense on his back all the way to the 2-yard line. Getting ever closer to 1,500 rushing yards on the year. They're going to hand it off to him again, right up the middle, taken down at the 1-yard line. Nice tackle to save the score. Second down and 1 from the 1-yard line. And they're going to go option. Lamar Jackson is stuffed. That was Zeke Morunde on the tackle. That was a very awkward looking play. And it looked like Jackson could have just fell forward and scored. Instead decided to go to the outside and lose a yard. That's going to bring up 3rd and goal. Shotgun formation, Redding in the backfield with Jackson. And they're going to hand it off to Redding, and he's taken down short of the end zone again. Great defense for North Dakota State. That'll bring up 4th and goal. And they're going to just send on the field goal unit. What a stand by the Bison defense. Henderson's field goes up, and it is good. So 24-7 is the score. North Dakota State needs something. Anything. Maybe they'll get another kick return for a score. If not, they got to get Max Hawthorne involved a little bit. They got to try to run the ball. Get Jasper out in the open field. Maybe make some people miss. Get some big gains. Give the ball to Zoomer's speed. Something. Anything. Their quarterback leads the team in rushing. He came into the game with 515. And here's Oliver Vincent. He's going to return this right up the middle and get taken down at the 24-yard line. 10 plays, 10 yards so far for the Bison. Cowbells ring. Can you hear them? Jackrabbits winning. Sorry, too much. Too much. Jasper to throw. No, he's going to take off, and he's going to have a first down. So a great run to start the drive. That doubles their yards for the game. LeFew on the tackle. First down and 10 at the 36-yard line. I can't help but sing. It's the holidays, guys. Play option right here for Jasper. He's going to pitch out to Nanticoke, who breaks 2 tackles and gets 9 yards on the carry. So this is the best drive of the game already, just after 2 plays for the Bison. Second and 1 from the 45-yard line. I'd take a deep shot downfield here. Maybe target Ryan Erwindowski or Max Hawthorne. Nanticoke behind Cameron May in the I formation. They're going to hand it off to him. He's got the first down and more and gets it up into Jackrabbit territory. Frank Theory on the tackle. That is Frank's 28th tackle on the season. It's the farthest the Bison have got today. Down the field, and they're going to come out in the shotgun formation. High snap for Jasper Jr. Takes a shot right side, connects with Max Hawthorne, who carries Reinhard Erwindowski for the first down. North Dakota State actually listening to my advice. Try to run the football, get the ball to your big tight end, let him make some plays. First and 10 from the 38-yard line. Trying to hot route a receiver. And they're going to go toss play. And Nanticoke goes absolutely nowhere. Jack Marks on the tackle for a loss of 2. Just his 11th tackle on the season. He hasn't played safety until the past couple of games. And the Jackrabbits really needed some speed out there. So if you want to play strong safety, or actually free safety, not strong safety, here's Kelvin Jasper Jr. taking off. Gets inside the red zone. Great run, my goodness. He's so shifty. He's got a lot of power too. Gets it all the way down to the 19-yard line. But if you want to play free safety for the South Dakota State Jackrabbits, go ahead and join our Discord. In the off season, I will have a video showing you guys all the recruits. It'll be first come, first serve. You get to customize 1 or 2 recruits. It'll be fun. First and 10. Jasper throws off his back foot, and it's intercepted. Oh my goodness, that is not what they needed. Kelvin, 1 of 7, 11 yards, 4 picks. And that was left foot on the interception. My goodness. Such a great drive ruined by an awful throw in quadruple coverage. Jamar Hicks batted it down. LeFew was right there to grab it up. Unbelievable. You cannot make that throw. Doesn't matter what quarterback you are. No one's going to make that throw off their back foot like that. Jackson to throw it. And connects with Daly Redding, who runs over Dio Langston. My goodness. Subscriber halfback, meet subscriber defensive end. Daly Redding 1-0 versus Langston. Second down and 2 now. Less than 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Jackson goes play action. TJ Maxey's got it. He's got the first down. And Oliver Vincent forces a fumble, but Austin Bracey cannot scoop it up before it bounces out of bounds. So it'll be a first down for the Jackrabbits. .174 yards of offense today for South Dakota State. We've got Daly Redding out in the slot. Mason Smith in the backfield. Jackson to throw it deep downfield. Caught by Jack Marks. He's all alone. Jack Marks is gone. His 6th touchdown reception on the season. That's a 79-yarder. The crowd is going wild. North Dakota State getting absolutely blown out right now. What a play. With an extra point, South Dakota State is going to be up 31-7, 24-point lead before the half is over. And the extra point is up and good, so it is 31-7. 87-yard drive. It took just 2 plays. My goodness. As you guys are watching this, I should be all the way back up in New York by now at this exact moment. Had to move back from Florida. So I'm not sure when I'll be back on to upload more videos, but all of week 12 is uploaded for your viewing pleasure for the rest of this week. I'm hoping to be back mid-January with the rest of this season. And then we'll get into the off-season, have everybody create recruits, and get you guys on some teams. And we'll also be starting our North Carolina Tar Heels Dynasty in NCAA Football 2004. And we will also be starting our Atlanta Falcons franchise in Madden 2004. When I come back, I just got to finish up the rosters for NCAA Football 04 before we can start that. And then we'll get those things popping. They have the backup quarterback in now for North Dakota State. He just got clobbered for a loss of 5. Should have been a face mask penalty, but Calvin Jasper Jr. is done for the day. 1 for 7 with 4 interceptions. I would have pulled him after the 3rd, but whatever. Unless it was Ryan Golden, I'd let him throw 7. I know Marvin Joseph, the head coach of the Dolphins, is happy about that. And a nice pass down the field. Ryan Armendowski coming down with it. My goodness. Backup quarterback already has as many completions as Calvin Jasper Jr. Impressive. Nanakoke in the shotgun next to the quarterback, who I don't know right now, because I don't care about the non-subscriber players unless they're impact players. And there is another completed pass, and the quarterback's name is Veach. And he actually has 3 completions. I must have missed the first one, not paying attention. Veach to throw again, another completion. Where has this guy been all year? Riding the pine. Of course, Calvin Jasper Jr. has not had a terrible season. He came into this game with 1,615 yards passing, 13 touchdowns, and 11 picks. He led the team in rushing yards with 515 and had 5 touchdown runs. Veach to throw again. Deep shot down the field, deflected away. And that was Chris Major on the deflection. That'll be his 14th of the year. Chris Major leads all of our 12 FCS schools in tackles. He had 84 coming into the game.
Big dog.
Second down and 10. Veach in the shotgun. Nanakoke beside him. Veach to throw. Quick pass and almost intercepted by Mason, the closer, Smith. Rashad Veach, 4 of 6, 44 yards. Off to a great start. Intended target was Max Hawthorne. Defense. 3rd and 10. Veach under center. Max Hawthorne is on fire. You got to target the big man. Just throw it up to him. Veach gonna throw. No, he's gonna be sacked instead, and that is red for the 2nd sack of the game, 6th on the year, tied for 1st on the team. Oh my goodness. Anders Harladay just getting blown up today. And that is going to end the first half, folks. South Dakota State running away with this one, 31-7 over North Dakota State in the Battle of the Dakotas. Jackrabbits looking for their 8th win. North Dakota State is looking to become bowl eligible. It doesn't look like it's going to happen today. And the Jackrabbits will start off the second half, returning the kickoff. Again, happy holidays to everybody out there. If you missed me saying that earlier, I appreciate you guys. Long on for the kick. Best kicker out of all of our schools, by the way. He's only missed 1 field goal all season. Marks on the return. Jukes to the left side. Follows his blockers. And taken out the 38-yard line. Very dangerous return for Jack Marks. Still looking for his first kick return touchdown. Five turnovers in the first half. Only 100 yards of offense for the Bison. Jackson to throw. And deflected away. Austin Bracey in coverage. That was intended for Daly Redding. Second down and 10 from the 39-yard line. Look at that offensive line, how huge they are. Of course, they do have Chad Filler, Gray North, and Dan DeBeers, as we have a little completion out to Daly Redding. Austin Bracey on the tackle. But the Jackrabbits offensive line, the subscriber lineman, Dan DeBeers is 6'9", 339 pounds. Chad Filler is 6'5", 321, and Gray North is 6'4", 270. Those are a bunch of beasts. And of course, for the Bison, Anders Harladay is 6'7", 325, and Jake Harlow, the left tackle, is 6'5", 305. Here's Jackson taken off, but he only gets maybe a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down and 8. Good stop for the Bison defense. Maybe if they can get a quick score here, try to get back into this football game. Right now they're getting blown out. On senior day here in South Dakota. Vincent on the return up the left sideline. Only gets maybe 5 yards, and it's going to come back 15 for a clipping penalty. Zeke Marunde on the clipping. That'll knock them back to their 19-yard line. Again, this has been hurting North Dakota State today as well as bad field position. 1st and 10. Veach under center. going to hand it off to Cameron May, who gets 4 or 5 yards. Nice to see him get the ball. And they give him credit for 4 yards. He has 8 touchdown runs on the season, and he also has a touchdown reception, so he does quite a bit for this team. And they're going to hand it off to Nanacoke here, who has really struggled, and he gets stuffed behind his own lineman. But he does pick up 4 more yards for the Bison. That'll bring up 3rd down and 2. Nanacoke only 3 rushing touchdowns this season. He does have a receiving touchdown, though, as well. And they go play action. Veach, pressure, throws it deep. Jamar Hicks deflects it, and it's almost picked off by Chris Major. His defense is just swarming the Bison today. Zeke Morunde was out there for some odd reason. He is on the special teams, though. 4th and 2, they're going to put the football away. So a good stop by their defense, and their offense does nothing with it. Long with a nice kick to the 33-yard line. Jamar Hicks, right side, all the way up to the 45. Great return. Great field position for the Jacks. 24-point lead. They can really do whatever they want on offense right now. Cowbells ring. Can you hear them? Jackson to throw. Nice pancake block and a pass completed out to Jack Marks. That'll pick up maybe 7 yards. And they actually give him credit for 8. These refs are messing with me, I'm telling you. 2nd down and 2. Reading is on fire. In the shotgun. And they will hand it off to TJ Maxey on the tight end option. He has the 1st down up to the 40-yard line. 3 carries, 17 yards on a touchdown. That is all today. TJ Maxey doing it all. Let's see him throw a pass. Jackson in the shotgun by himself. And that play goes nowhere to TJ Maxey. Picks up maybe 2 yards. Second down and 8. Jackson going to take off right side. And he's going to have the 1st down. Austin Bracey drags him down right at the marker. But they do give it to him. 89 yards on the ground today for the Jackrabbits. And that gets Jackson even closer to 800 yards on the ground. South Dakota State almost tripled the offensive output of the Bison. Daily Redding is on fire again. Will they give it to him? They will throw it. Jackson, quick pass, left side. TJ Maxey has another reception, picks up maybe 3 yards. They really don't like to give the ball to the guy that's on fire, do they? Jackson in the shotgun again. Daily Redding up in the slot to the top of your screen. Jackson all day to throw it, and he connects with Reinhard Irwindowski for the 1st down. They just make it look so easy. Irwindowski getting closer to 1,000 yards receiving on the year. Shotgun formation. Daily Redding takes the direct snap. Nice spin move. Jukes. Jukes again. Back juke. All the way down to the 5-yard line. Oh my goodness. What a play. Put that in a highlight reel, folks. So many shifty moves all in one play. Juke twice. Did a back juke. Broke a tackle. Saved a baby from a fire. All sorts of good stuff. First to go from the 5-yard line. Jackson in the shotgun with Daily Redding next to him. Jackson to the end zone. Reinhard Irwindowski with his 10th touchdown of the season. Or is that his 11th now? I think he had one earlier. My goodness. What a play. Toka Nanticoke laid out to try to deflect that ball. Was just a little bit too far away. And the Jackrabbits continue to pile it on. It's going to be 38-7. And the extra point is good, so 38-7. This is the most offense I think we have seen in a subscriber versus subscriber matchup all season long. Over 300 yards of offense already, 38 points. It's not even close, folks. The Bison need a lot of help. They need to get a quarterback recruit and maybe light a fire under Calvin Jasper Jr. Try to get him to improve a little bit in the offseason. Here's Oliver Vincent right up the middle, up to the 23-yard line. But it's not Jasper Jr.'s fault that the offense is so bad, but they need a little bit more output from the quarterback. I think he needs some more targets around him. He's only got one receiver, Ryan Erwindowski. He's got a stable of halfbacks, Toka Nanticoke, Zoomer Speed, and he's got Cameron May at fullback. Okay, you've also got Max Hawthorne at tight end. But your offensive line is not so good. Even though you have two subscriber linemen at left tackle and right tackle, they've allowed so many sacks this year. You need some interior linemen, and you need some more speed at receiver. Because Calvin Jasper Jr., he needs more targets to throw to. You can't just keep throwing it to Erwindowski and Hawthorne every single play and expect it to work. Because Nanticoke has been shut down this season running the football. Just like that, he breaks a tackle, runs over two guys, and only gets 2 yards. He's averaging 3 yards per carry today. When you have only 2 targets to throw the football to, the defense knows that you're going to try to pound the rock. They know what targets you're going to try to throw to. They're going to shut them down. And that has pretty much been the case this year. Although the 2 targets, Erwindowski has 0 drops, and Max Hawthorne only has 1 on the season, so they've been playing great as Nanticoke picks up maybe 3 more yards up the middle. That'll bring up 4th down and 5 as North Dakota State has basically given up, it looks like. But for South Dakota State, they're going to need some help on defense. They need some defensive ends so they can pressure some quarterbacks. They need linebackers, all 3 positions. Right outside linebacker, middle linebacker, and left outside linebacker. And here's Jamar Hicks on the return up to the 40-yard line. They also need at least one cornerback, because Jamar Hicks will be here for at least 1 more year after this one. He's a sophomore. And we need a free safety for the Jackrabbits. And of course, both teams need kickers and punters. Jackson gonna throw it right side, and it's caught by Erwindowski. He'll pick up 3 yards. 7 consecutive completions for Lamar Jackson. Also, if you want to be a head coach for one of these 2 schools, you can do that in the offseason as well. Jackson to throw again, and that's caught by TJ Maxey. No, it is dropped. So that ends the streak of completions at 7 for Lamar Jackson. And the Jackrabbits, they have their backups in the ball game now. Up 31 points on senior day. Get all your players some playing time. Matt Harris going to take off. Oh my goodness, Matt Harris is loose to the 31-yard line. What in the world just happened? Harris was the hero of the FCS tournaments, getting the Jackrabbits to the finals. And he reserved a spot on this roster because of it. Man, what a heck of a run right there. My goodness. Was not expecting that from him on the first play that he was in there. 1st and 10. TJ Maxey is playing halfback right now. And that pass is almost intercepted. Guys, you know Mason Smith is on the roster, right? He's the number 2 halfback. Can you give him the ball? Oh my goodness, he's not in there still. They do have the nickel cornerback in there, who is number 2. He's playing slot receiver to the left, and TJ Maxey is still in at halfback. Harris, deep shot deflected away, and Moss, who is actually another cornerback, is playing far right at receiver. I don't know what is going on. See, it doesn't matter what I do with formation subs or the depth chart. The computer does whatever it wants in these games. 3rd down. Harris pressure, deep shot to the end zone. And that is deflected away, intended for Holland, I believe, the cornerback. That'll bring up 4th and 10 from the 31-yard line. I think they're too far out of field goal range here. It would be a 48-yarder. They're going to go for it. Matt Harris is on the field in the shotgun by himself. No running backs. Harris to throw. And he will throw it deep towards the end zone again. And incomplete, intended for TJ Maxey. So North Dakota State gets a stop. Let's see what Veach can do at quarterback. See if they can't get some more points on the board. Try to get something going here. They still have their starters in, while the Jackrabbits have all of their backups in on offense and defense. Anacoke on the carry. He's going to lose yardage anyway against the backup defense. It's just sad at this point. And I've tried all sorts of different offensive playbooks for North Dakota State, and none of them have really made too much of a difference, as Anacoke is stuffed for a 2-yard gain. It's like the defenses just know what the Bison are going to do every single play, pretty much. Like their big plays this season, most of them were luck. It just happened to happen. Veach trying to hot route a receiver, 3rd down and 9. Crowd was loud, and he is going to be sacked off the cornerback blitz. Only 52 yards on the ground today for the Bison. And that was just too easy. And that was Holland on the sack, the corner who is playing receiver as well. So 4th and 16, and they're going to send on John Long for the punt. They pretty much threw in the towel there in the 3rd quarter. Long with a nice kick. All the way down to the 31-yard line and returned up to the 35 by the 3rd-string halfback. Still no Mason Smith at halfback. Just blows my mind. Like, why is the tight end playing halfback right now? And why do you have a safety and 3 cornerbacks playing receiver? And read option. Harris is actually going to throw the football, and it's caught by the free safety. And they get him for a face mask on Oliver Vincent.
5-yard penalty, 1st down.
When you've got a cupcake build, strong safety, or free safety, excuse me, catching passes on offense against your number 1 defense, you have a lot of problems. Somebody help them. Yeah, Burnett, number 26. He's the free safety, guys. He was benched for Jack Marks the past couple weeks. Harris to throw. To the right, intercepted. That's Zoomer's speed. He's got another interception on the season. Slovakia Griffith, the head coach, amped up right now. Your team's down by 31 points, but let's get excited about one play. .349 remaining. Both teams have all their timeouts left. And they're going to come out in a big formation, 2 tight end set. Probably just to run the football. They will, and Nanacoke is slammed down for a loss. Wow. Lost 2 on the play. The backup defense for the Jackrabbits is outstanding, apparently. Second down and 12. They go option, and that goes absolutely nowhere. I don't know what they're doing. They throw it all game, And then the fourth quarter, they decided to run the ball. Unreal. 0 for 5 on third down conversions today. The Jackrabbits were 2 of 8. Veach to throw. Quick pass over the middle, and that should have been a pick. Seriously, just down the football. Just take a knee, 3 plays in a row, punt it. You at least would have ran the clock out some. John Long on for yet another punt today. Seen him so much. And another nice punt all the way to the 38-yard line. On the return to the 46-yard line is Bowers, the third-string halfback. Harris in the shotgun with TJ Maxey and all the cornerbacks playing receiver. And a free safety. Here's TJ Maxey on a carry in the open field and picks up 12 yards and a first down. Jackrabbits with a $140 on the ground today. I'm very impressed with their offense, even without me playing with them. $373 yards of offense today on 51 plays. And they're about to hit 12 minutes of time of possession. They do have their third-string halfback in there finally. Still no Mason Smith. I don't know what's going on with that. Harris will hand it off to the third-string halfback in the secondary. Stiff-arming a defender, picks up 14 yards, but it's going to come back. Clipping on Rogers. I know it's Rogers, but me and my brother Brandon, they've always found it funny that that is pronounced Rogers. There's no D in it. So we always make fun of it and say Rogers. Little interesting fact about me and my family. 1st and 22 now after the clipping. See if they give it off to Bowers again. And they will right up the middle and picks up maybe 3 or 4 yards. Zeke Morunde on the tackle. That'll bring up 2nd down and 19 as the Jackrabbits go over 12 minutes time of possession today. Shotgun formation, Maxey next to Harris. Less than 2 minutes remain now. Oliver Vincent is on fire at the top of the screen. And Harris will hand to Maxey. He's in the open field again. TJ Maxey picks up 18 yards. What in the world is happening today? You got a tight end running through your number 1 defense like it's Swiss cheese. Third down and 1 now. After being backed up a bit. It's like, what, 2nd and 22? Or 1st and 22, excuse me. Now 3rd and 1. 1:20 remaining in the ball game. Harris tosses it out, and Bowers is dropped for a big loss. That was Zeke Morunde on the tackle. And the Bison call a timeout. Zeke, relax. Your team is getting blown out, buddy. Fourth and 7, they're going to put the football away. Safe return, so I don't know who's back there for the Bison. Nice high kick. And out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Nice kick from Cook. So the Jackrabbits didn't need Brahms North at all today, as Lamar Jackson throws for over 200 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 41 yards on the ground. 38-7. Veach not running any clock out. Still taking his sweet old time. And they go play action. He's hit as he throws deep down the field. Almost picked off again, intended for Max Hawthorne. But there's a roughing the passer call on Evans. And that'll get them up to the 33-yard line.
First down.
Jim Langer, the head coach, is upset on the sideline. The head coach position is open for both of these schools. If you want to be a head coach next season, join our Discord today and get in the action in the offseason. Veach to throw once again, and that's a quick pass over to Nanacoke. and he will pick up 4 yards. And the Bison call a timeout with 59 seconds left in the ballgame. Not sure why. Just let the clock run out, man. The Fresno State Bulldogs today, they beat Boise State. So that means San Diego will take on the #1 ranked Fresno State Bulldogs next week. And there's an interception, a forced fumble, and it's recovered by the receiver. What just happened? First turnover. Sixth turnover of the game. Excuse me. My goodness. So they throw a pick, force a fumble, recover the fumble, get a first down out of it. I like it. Whatever you got to do, North Dakota State. Whatever you got to do. 2 tight ends set. Nanacoke in the backfield again. And they are going to hand it off to him right up the gut. Gets the first down. 12-yard pickup. And that stat is absolutely wrong for the Bison. It says they average over 600 yards of offense per game. Not a chance. That is not even remotely close. They don't even have one player that has that many rushing yards on the season. Cameron May, breaking a couple tackles, picks up the first down, and there's a personal foul face mask on the defense. Burnett, the free safety, who had a reception earlier. Jim Langer upset again on the sideline. That'll make it first down and 10 from the 13-yard line as the Bison look to get something going here towards the end of the football game. Max Hawthorne is on fire. I'd go play action here and toss it out to him. Veach instead finds Cameron May, and Cameron May finds the end zone. His second touchdown reception on the season. He was wide open. Burnett did not stand a chance out in coverage. Cameron May, one of the more underappreciated fullbacks in the league. He now has 10 total touchdowns on the season. With 17 seconds left, they close the gap just a little bit. With the extra point from John Long, it's going to be 38-14, and it is 38-14 with 17 seconds remaining in the game. Will they try an onside kick, or will they just kick it deep and let us get out of here? And it looks like they're going to kick it deep. Really no need for an onside kick. The game has already been decided. You're not scoring 4 touchdowns in 17 seconds. And they do go onside kick, and it's recovered by South Dakota State anyway. Clark on the recovery. And the Jackrabbits will just have to run maybe 1 or 2 plays. And they will come out in victory formation. Harris just kneels it down. And we have no timeout called by the Bison. So that is going to be the final play of the game. Jackrabbits win it on Senior Day in front of a raucous crowd. 38-14 is the final here on Christmas Day. Happy holidays to everybody yet again. Glad you guys are here watching this game. Hopefully you're enjoying your holidays with your family. So happy holidays from my family to yours. Elvin Jasper Jr. benched in the second quarter after 4 interceptions. The Jackrabbit offense was just too much. The Bison could not stop them. 386 yards of offense for South Dakota State. 153 on the ground, 233 through the air. And the Jackrabbits were sacked 0 times today. The Bison 0 for 6 on third down conversions today. Erwin Dowski started things off with a touchdown. He then had another one, so he now has 11 touchdown receptions on the season. Drew T on the beat, by the way. TJ Maxey led the team in rushing with 47 yards and a touchdown today. Unreal. Junior tight end. Hopefully he stays for another season. Randowski, 36 yards receiving. Still short of 1,000 on the year. He now has 925 yards receiving. Chad Filler, 10 pancakes. De Beers with 8. Chad Filler now with 71 pancakes on the season. Dan De Beers with 60. Filler only allowed 2 sacks this year. De Beers only allowing 1. Their center, Gray North, has only allowed a big old fat 0. Starting defense for South Dakota State played phenomenal football today. Just absolutely shutting down North Dakota State's offense. Heck, even their backup defense played great. And their 3rd and 4th string defensive backs played awesome at receiver today as well when the backups came in. 5 interceptions. Hicks and Marks had 1 each. That is Jack Marks' first pick of his career. I know, I forgot the graphic. Don't worry about it. Chris Major with a forced fumble today. That now gives him 7 forced fumbles this season. That leads all of our FCS players. Rashad Veach, 6 of 13 passing, and Calvin Jasper Jr. with a 0 quarterback rating, 1 of 7, 4 interceptions, sacked once. Just a really, really rough day for him. He now has 13 touchdowns and 15 interceptions on the season. Ground game was stuffed all game. Nanacoke fumbled today, and that is his 3rd on the season. Cameron May has his 2nd touchdown reception of the year. Max Hawthorne with a drop. That's his 2nd drop of the season. Harladay allows 2 sacks, and he has now allowed 8 on the year. Jake Harlow has now allowed 9 on the season. So the tackles having a rough season so far. Marunde, 5 tackles, 2 for a loss. Bracey with 5 tackles as well. Austin Bracey now with 59 tackles this year. Marunde with 48. And 7 for a loss. Bracey has 14 for a loss now. Interception for Zoomer Speed. I believe that's his 2nd on the season. Deflection for Bracey. That's his 6th. No field goals today. John Long did great with punts, though. Oliver Vincent with a kick return for a touchdown. And a 29-yard punt return. Players of the game, Vincent, Hall, and Speed for the Bison. Jackson, Randowski, and Daly Redding for the South Dakota State Jackrabbits, who will now move up into the top 20, most likely, in the rankings. Our next Jackrabbit football game is the final game of the season for them. They travel to take on the Furman Paladins in a Big 12 showdown. Our next North Dakota State Bison football game, they will be hosting the Sam Houston State Bearcats on Senior Day, and that will end their Big 12 play. Our next game, which will be out tomorrow, is going to be Portland State traveling to Northern Colorado. I'll see you guys then. Take it easy.